Lesson 04, adding and subtracting rational numbers. On these problems, remember that you must show all work. You are not allowed to use calculators yet. If there's no work, you don't get any credit. This is part of that quiz that you have to master before you get to use a calculator. So we're going to start off our rational numbers with dealing with some decimals. When you are adding and subtracting decimals, remember that the decimal must be lined up. That's one of the most important things. Sometimes if they do not have the same number of place values, you might want to put zeros as place markers, but you don't have to. You also have to be aware of the signs. So the first example is negative 12.6 minus 3.9. So remember our way we dealt with integers last year? This one is already in the whole 12.6. And we are going back 3.9 more. You're getting deeper in debt. So I'm going to end up in the negatives, a bigger negative than where I was, or I should say a lesser negative, because remember on the left-hand side, the deeper you go in debt, the smaller the number. In either case, the way you think about it, what should I really do with those two numbers to get my correct answer? Who knows? Ben? Add. So what you should do for this problem is you should take 12.6 plus 3.9. And you just need to be aware at the end, my answer will be negative. Ben, help me out here. We've got the decimals lined up. Tell me what to do.
Add 9 and 6.
Which is?
15.
Okay.
Then carry your 1.
All right.
And then 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6.
Okay.
And then you 0 plus 1 is 1.
Okay. So negative 165? No?
It's negative 16.5.
Right, you got to bring that decimal down as well. So negative 16.5 on that one. Questions about that? All right, the next example. Negative 1.25 plus 1.5. So I'm in the hole negative 1.25, $1.25 in the hole. And I just earned $1.50. So you got to kind of outsmart this. Josh, am I going to be in the hole still, or am I going to come out of the hole? Come out of the hole. So how am I going to find out how much I came out of it? What would I actually do with those two numbers? You're going to subtract 1.5 minus 1.25. And this is one of those cases where there's a blank there. Josh, what should I put in there for that blank by the 5? 0. Okay, help me out now.
Can you take 0 minus 5 to borrow?
Okay.
So it's like 10 minus 5.
Okay, yes. Which is?
5.
All right.
Minus 2 is 2.
Okay.
Then 1 change each other. But bring down the decimal.
Decimal. Okay, so you're saying my answer is 0.25. Right. Questions about that? Last one, negative 14.7 plus 3.48. So I'm in the hole 14.7, and I'm only gaining 3.48. So somebody help me. Am I going to end up being in the negatives still, or did I come out of the negatives? I'm in positive. Ariana, what are you thinking? Still in the negative. So my answer is definitely going to be negative. Now, how much can I tell that I went up, though? Where am I going to end up? What would I do with those numbers?
So you subtract 3.48 or 14.77 minus 3.48.
Okay, 14.7 minus 3.48. I know my answer is going to be negative, so you don't forget that. There's one of those blanks, so what should I do with that? Put a 0, and then Ariana, help me out here.
becomes 10.
Okay, so I'm going to borrow one here, and the 0 becomes a 10. All right?
10 minus 8 is 2. And then 6 minus 4 is 2. And then 14 minus 3 is, or 4 minus 3 is 1, and then the 1 comes down.
Okay, and bring down.
And then decimal.
Okay, negative 11.22. Questions about that? All right, so rational numbers involve decimals, and it also involves your favorite fractions. So adding and subtracting fractions, remember the most important thing, must have a common denominator. If they give common denominators already, they are being very kind, so always appreciate those. Okay, is anybody still writing the red? I need to scroll down. All right, let's scroll down here a little bit and see some fractions before we work on this on our own. So you must have common denominator. First one, negative 4/5 minus 3/5. So they kind of gave you a gift. The denominator's the same. I'm in the whole 4/5, and I'm losing 3/5 more. So what will we do with this, Ethan?
It'd be negative 4/5 plus 3/5.
We don't do double signs. I'm already in the whole 4, and I'm going back 3 more.
So it'd be negative 7/5.
Negative 7/5. Please do not rewrite them with double signs. Remember, we don't do double signs. Double signs are bad. Yes?
Would we put that as a mixed number or would chaos?
You know what? In algebra, believe it or not, you're allowed to leave them as improper. I would stop right there. Okay? Negative 7/5. All right, last but not least, 7/12 minus negative 3/8. There's a double sign we have to deal with right off the bat, and not a common denominator. We got a lot going on here. Jared, what should I do with this first? Okay, so 7/12 plus 3/8. We don't deal with double signs ever. All right, now, common denominator, Jared, what would it be? 24. I'm going to rewrite both of these with a denominator of 24. So, Jared, how do I go about changing 7/12 to something over 24? Yeah, since 12 times 2 is 24, I got to take 7 times 2. So what would that be? 14. Okay, so similar thing on 3/8 to 24ths. 8 times 3. So 3 times 3 would be 9. Okay, let's go ahead then. Now that you have a common denominator, you can go ahead and write that denominator. It says 14 plus 9 for the numerator. What would that be? 23. Does 23 24ths reduce? Nope, so you would be done. Questions on this? If it would reduce, you should reduce it.